Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we finished up the gate generator by fighting off first Diablo, and then Siegfried. Afterward, getting attacked by Siegfried and finding out that Rudy is in fact, well, not human, sorta. He is a machine created to be human, to feel pain, but we found out that he was a machine when he cut his left arm off to avoid getting sucked into the gate generator. Then we found out that Siegfried got eaten up by Mother, we think, and now we're here in the Elw Dimension to see if we can get Rudy healed. So now we have arrived, and basically all we really need to do is gallivant through the forest here. Now one thing I will mention, you might be tempted to just run straight through, but don't, because each of these little wooded sections here can in fact have a path branching off from them to treasure, which we can't get there because we got to go down. But take each of these sides here so that you can run into trees and see about getting all the treasure you can before you leave this place. It just, makes sense. Like a full Libra, and I will go ahead and point this now because this is really important. If you need to, if you can, have this on Cecilia at all times or most of the time. Yes, it drops her magic a ton, but nullifies all abnormal statuses. There are a few battles that we will be fighting that this will be especially important, and I will point them out as we go along. For now, though, not terribly necessary, so we'll stick with this. Run back up here so that we can go through there, or not. Some of these paths end up kind of running into other stuff. What are you doing? There we go. Okay. There's the way we take. I thought. Yeah, there we go. It's a little finicky sometimes. But if you want to get some of this other treasure, go through, I think, this way, and then you go up, or not. Oh, wait, you go up halfway through, I think. Yeah, there we go, okay. And then go over this way, and then we find ourselves a crest graph, and another crest graph. So, we've got a few magic spells we can pick up next time we're out. And head back through here, and I think that should be, maybe... Is that everything with treasure? I don't remember precisely. I think it is. Go through, and we're down here. I believe that is it. Yes, because we're met by villagers. The humans have activated the gate, and they're here? We came to ask for your help. We elves want nothing to do with you foolish humans. Please leave. We have people wounded here. Only you can help cure them. One of the wounded is an Elw girl. Please, let us in. She is the child of a criminal. There's no reason for us to help her. Go back to your dying world. Wait, we cannot risk exposing the gate to other humans. We will take you to the village. Master Fulcanelli will decide your fate. Okay, so off we go. Please help Rudy. Or, please help Rudy, I guess, although the comma kind of gets in the way there. What the hell did you do? Follow me, outsiders from the dying world. By the way, that face should look a bit familiar. We've seen it before, but I'll explain a little bit more about it later. So you want to use our powers to fix this young man's left arm? Rudy is an important part of the team. We're trying to save the world. The battle with the demons has begun again. Do you trust us? The ones who are more like demons than humans? We have to. Rudy is too important. The whole world needs him. 1,000 years ago, we created this machine to combat the demons. The golems are the absolute power. Power without heart can be good or evil. The elves and the human mage have reached into the realm of the unknown and came up with a new technology. I guess they shouldn't have said have reached there, but oh well. We based this technology on demons we captured. We used living metals and adapted it to human physiology. An artificial biometal was created. It was called the Homecross Project. So that stuff that you read in the deserted house, or the deserted ruins as they called it, that was talking in fact about Rudy. artificial life that can survive under any conditions. This home cross is the ultimate enhancement to many different kinds of arms. It synchronizes with different arms, thus enhancing the psychic power of the arm. But the home cross enjoyed killing so much, they literally became a killing machine. Was it the blood of the demons? Or was it man's lust for conflict? No one knows for sure. The deployed home cross were destroyed. There is, however, one home cross left. An experimental model was sealed deep underground. Rudy is not a killing machine. He has a bigger heart than anyone I know. The time he spent as a human gave him a pure heart. Is that what you're saying? Rudy used to travel with an old man called Zeppet. Zeppet had a kind heart, and it was he who kept Rudy from turning into a weapon. He kept Rudy's heart pure. You're telling me, after 1,000 years, this man unleashed the experimental machine? But it's too late. We don't have the technology to give life to metals anymore. Those powers were lost to us long ago. Then Rudy is... There's nothing we can do. And just when all seems lost, here comes Muriel. The Guardian Blade. Muriel, you must rest. The Guardian Blade has a life of its own. I bet its power could. Go to Brother Vassum and use the Guardian Blade on Rudy. What in the world are you saying? The Guardian Blade? It went out of control and disappeared. But not before it took half of Filgaia with it. Again, not half of Filgaia, just that little strip of desert, but oh well. You know the sand ocean that starts from Rosetta and cuts across the land? That was the result of the untrained and refined Guardian Blade of Vassum. Muriel stayed there, alone to pay for her brother's sins. Sorry, I thought it said alone to atone for a moment. He is working to turn the sand ocean back to normal. We can't afford to make the same mistake again. If we do nothing, then that is what Filgaia will be. Nothing. If we run now, we will live like weaklings for the rest of our lives. I don't want to lose the bond between myself and the people who taught me to be strong. Vassum lives in the forest to the southwest. There he can live without being exposed to us. He's the only one that can possibly repair the arm. If not, it will destroy us all. Please take me with you. I want to share some of what I've learned with him. Do you still want us to make the Guardian Blade? It's going to take a miracle. We have lost much of our technology to time. That evil sword. Miracles only have value if you can do it yourself. It is absolutely true. I know a lot of people who would very much disagree with that statement, but oh well. Miracles don't occur easily. If it can be done, it will probably be done by a human. Guardian of Filgaia is a human. Words to think about, I guess. Please, hold on. Our wishes will make you well again. So we take a very sick and non-ambulatory Rudy into the party with us to move around all over the place. Go figure. Alright, so welcome to the Elw Village, in essence. I forget the exact name of the village right offhand, but we'll see it when we leave the place. Anyway, we of course don't have Rudy, so we can't use the radar to try to find anything, so we're just going to have to do some good old-fashioned hunting on our own. Now, there's not a whole lot of people that we really need to talk to as far as to move stuff forward, but it's always a good idea, of course, to talk to people or animals. There are monsters in the forest. Ruh-roh. Now, one thing I will point out, and I think probably the dialogue will as well at some point, is that there are monsters in the forest, but there are not monsters anywhere else in this land, because the Ills were able to basically shut them away in the forest. So, hooray for that, I guess. The sinner had to be locked up in the land beyond the forest. Wow. Yeah, they really don't like the guy. I mean, Okay. Do I do anything? Yeah, let's head down here first. Okay. I just want to try to head around in a more of a counterclockwise, I guess, formation. No, animal, talk. I've never seen anything that wasn't Elw. Okay. And then, yay, I think that's for Cecilia. So let me check on that. And yes, it is. All right, I'll go ahead and equip that and post the mystic information there accordingly. So let's move over here, see if we've got more treasure. Of course, that's always good. And none for that. All right. Ow. So I'm going to move around kind of counterclockwise because the people that we really want to talk to are in the house to the probably about 4 o'clock position. So I think I will leave that for the end and then go ahead and explore the rest of this place while we're going through that. Let's see. Air and water in this place is the same as it was 1,000 years ago. Well, yeah, you'd think they'd change, but I guess not. Well, I guess not being exposed to a whole lot of people or maybe huge sort of environmental changes probably helped that along a bit. What do you have to say? Come on, Annie. Scariest place in the world is the abyss. Ooh-wee. I'm so scared of that place, I don't even know the location. Nobody really does. And that, of course, leaves a hint for a side quest that we will explore in due time. And nothing from you. Okay, yeah, pretty much the same thing that they said earlier. So we're not getting a whole lot of huge conversation here. We're just mostly getting talk about the abyss in the the forest where they've got all the Elw monsters, I suppose. But at the same time, though, we still do get a pretty decent notion of what's going on in this world, which is the Elves are here, and Vassim is down at the bottom, hidden away from everybody because he's apparently such a terrible, awful person and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, okay, these are the guys we need to talk to. Sorry, I thought they were on the bottom of the page. Destiny. Power without heart. Well, yeah, we just talked about that. All right, Forest Prison. Built by Elves to trap monsters who infiltrated the Elves' world. They go in, but they don't come out. Not all the prisoners are monsters. The Guardian of Life is also trapped in there. I ask of you to release the Guardian of Life. Use this key to open the chest which seals the Guardian. This is the main reason we wanted to talk to these guys, because we will need that spirit key. If you don't get it now, you'll have an opportunity to get it later, but you will need to get it to move the plot forward. So go ahead and pick it up now while you're here. Then what do you have to say? What do you want? Power? What do you want with power? We want to heal, man. We want to protect the world. Use the teleportation device. Good God, I'm talking great today. To travel to any area of Filgaia. Occasional accidents do happen, and sometimes you'll end up in some scary place. During normal operations, though, it works fine. But if you give it any more impact, your risks increase. That is another hint for a side quest which will be coming up later. Okay, don't do what you don't want to do. Well, alright, yeah, fair enough. Maybe that's why they shut all the monsters away. Yeah, that is curious, that the Guardian of Life is stuck in a prison. It's kind of a weird thing. You wouldn't think they'd shut him away. Yeah, I came from Fableland, and do you have treasure? No treasure. All right, do you have treasure? No treasure for you. What do you have to say? Okay, same stuff. All right, I think we are mostly done exploring this little area here. And of course, now that I get to the end of the explorations, I remember the name of the place is called Tarjan. In the Elw Dimension, this is going to be your save thingy, save sloth, I guess. That's what it looks like. Yeah, we'll go with save sloth. And then, I think we've got treasure here. Yes, sunbird hat for Jack, I believe. Yes, okay. There we go. And I think we're pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and head out of here and make our way to the Forest Prison. Yes, Tarjan Village. Okay, I did get it right at the end. And you notice this is, of course, very different music. We're not used to it. I really like this music, actually. You don't get the chance to hear it too terribly much, but when you do, it's really nice. It's a nice change from what we've been hearing for the last 15 to 20 hours of the game. So I will stay quiet for a moment, let you guys kind of listen to it for a little bit. Okay, with that in, let's go ahead and head into the forest prison. And I will admit straight off, I had to print a map for this place because it is really confusing and I don't want to get us lost, or I don't want to get me lost mostly. Alright, so if you happen to see me or hear me, well, if my voice kind of moves away, you'll know I'm looking at the map to make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Now, a lot of this is confusing because the locations all look the same. We have ourselves a pet. I'll show you how to get through these mazes. Just go left or right all the way out. Simple enough. The monster doggy thingy is a liar. You don't want to listen to him. You want to follow me. And let's see what we have for the first monsters of this place. The Trifeds. Alright, now, there are a couple things you may notice. Of course, we're down a person, so the monster difficulty is lessened a little bit to try to kind of deal with that. Another thing that you might have noticed is the music has changed. Now, I don't know why this happens. Honestly, I haven't the foggiest idea. But for some reason, you get a little bit of extra reverb in the forest prison. And it actually lasts longer than this. The times that I've played Wild Arms, I've noticed that this music actually reverbs really for the next it's probably 2 or 3 major areas after you get out of that place. So you definitely get a little bit of an extra kick to the music here. Okay, now, where shall we go to kind of make this a little bit easier on ourselves? Actually, let's go this way, because this is going to loop us back through, and we need to go first. Let's see, we need to go down here first and pick up some treasure. A crest graph, hooray. By the way, in this place, you definitely want to make sure you pick up all the crest graphs. You can go back in here, but there are 5, count 5 of them. So pick them up ASAP. Head back up here, head over this way, and then we switch screens. Okay, and then we go down. Yes, we go down. Okay, sorry, just making sure. Go down and head. Well, head to fight a new enemy, the Snatcher. I think I will send Jack after that first and start playing Toasty with Cecilia, since the fire was Trifed's weakness. No, it's just going to protect you though, you idiot, because of the way Wild Arms groups. They're silly groupness, I guess. But fire should toast you readily enough, and the protecting shouldn't do you a dang bit of good, so ta-ta, Trifed. Now, I forget what the Snatcher's weakness is right offhand, but I don't see that playing that big of a factor, because with Jack on him all the time, shouldn't be too bad, although that guy does kind of hurt a little bit. And then I think Toasty this one, and we should be good to go, I believe. Yep, ta-ta, Snatcher, and then the Trifed should be biting the dust momentarily. So, we've gotten a couple of enemies. I think there are a couple of more enemy types in here. I forget exactly how many there are right offhand. Obviously, we'll go through them as we need to. Alrighty, and out we go. Now head south down here to another treasure chest and another crest graph. Let's see, you can jump off here, but I would recommend you not do that. I recommend you go back up and back through here. And let's see. Okay, no, make your way this way. Sorry. And then fight another new enemy, the Black Sabbath. Oh Lord, that always reminds me of the group. Oh well, anyway, go ahead and go after Mr. I think Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne. God, I hope I'm right on that. Otherwise, my dad will... I don't think he will hound me until long after he's dead. He grew up with that sort of music, and I don't think he'd ever forgive me for not knowing it. But anyway, go after these guys. And we've already dealt with the Trifed, so nothing really new with them. We should be starting to get to the point, though, where battles will be skippable, but we shall see, I guess. It looks like the sound effect for dying enemies seems to have gone away for the moment. Maybe to replace the sound channel that has been taken up by the reverb? I don't know. I'm not sure how many sound channels that this game actually has available to it. So maybe the dying explosory animation just, oh, well, guess not. I don't know, it does sort of play tricks with the music in this area for whatever reason. I'm really not sure what's going on. But at any rate, dead Black Sabbath, so farewell, Mr. Osborne, and we can move on. Okay, so head over this away, and way over this away, and you see treasure there, but we can't get to that just yet. Go ahead and pick this up, Mirage Coat for Cecilia? Yes, for Cecilia. So, equip that, and then, of course, your mystic information there. And let's see, okay. Alright. Yeah, let's head back this way. And then we're going to cross another screen or two, and then go to that treasure that you see there. Alrighty, I had a couple of snatchers in that battle, so no big deal, really. But just head down this way, and let's see. I think we go toward the... Whoa, not that way. Let's go over here, I think. Alright, yeah. Now, we actually can open that, but let's not do that just yet, because we still got a few more things that we should really pick up before that point, such as that right there. Then we get another crest graph and a save point if you need to use it. Alright, we had another couple of snatchers there. I am actually going to go ahead and invisible myself for a little bit, because I probably should have kept going down when I got that Mirage Coat instead of coming back over this way. So I'm actually going to go ahead and head back over there and get us back to where we had been before, so that we can continue on the path where we need to pick up all the treasure before we get to that little Guardian of Life. Let's see, alright, let me go left first, let me go that way. There we go, and we've got a little more treasure here. Have a prairie coat for Jack, I would assume. Yep, alright, hello Jack. And then let's go back this way. And we get yet another new enemy, the Alphas. Now, I will focus Jack on him, and I will go ahead and toasty the Trifed. Poor Trifed, it just doesn't really get much of a chance to do anything under my regimen. But I guess it does get the chance to buff the Alphas before it meets its own untimely demise. But the Alphas shouldn't be too bad, so I don't really see that being much of a factor there. Except it gets to fly and hit me and, you know, do a fair amount of damage, but not too much, so yeah. We're about to have a dead Big Bird, I think. Yep, there we go. And that's it for him. So, Cecilia gets to level up, which is good because it gives her a chance to sort of catch up to things. And now let's head over here, and the last treasure we need to get is down this way. Ow. Well, last treasure aside from the whole life thing, of course, is right here. Warrior Vest for... well, for Rudy, but he, of course, is not here, so not really much point in that. Alright, now, let's head back up this way and make our way back to where we had been with that big old blue chest, so that we can go ahead and pick up the Guardian. Alright, another Trifed Alphas combination in the offing there. I'll go ahead and heal us up since we're getting a little bit down there. Alright, now, head back down here, and of course, ow, run into walls, and then make our way back to that big blue treasure chest, because once you open it, well, once we provide the key to open it, where are you? There you are. And now we get knocked back on our butt. This thing will fly out of the treasure chest and fly off, which, fortunately, we sort of automatically follow. Actually, we very much automatically follow. And I'm not doing that. Now we head to an area that actually was closed off prior to us going this way. Alright, more snatchers and trifeds for your perusal. And now we come to Odoryuk, Guardian of Life. Innocent one from Filgaia, receive my gift. I shall cast a light upon your dwindling faith. Either in eternity or mortality, my powers are never absolute. Take my powers, shaman, for I am the guardian of life. And, as simple as that, we get the life rune. And we get healed! Yay! Alright, now, let's go ahead and see who I can best stick that one on. Life rune! Up strength and attack. Drop sorcery. No, I don't like that. Alright, How about you, Jackie, old boy? See, ups vitality and defense and drops speed and parry by a little bit, but not that much. I'm okay with that. So up you go. All right. Now, how, might you ask, do we make our way out of this morass? It's actually pretty simple. Just go south and keep going south and go that way. And then go south and run into stuff. And keep going south and keep fighting snatchers and keep going south. And we're done. Alright, so now we're on the other side of the forest prison, and all we really need to do is make our way over to this neck of the woods, and we get Vassam's lab. Now, there are a couple things we need to pick up before we kind of go any further. So I'm going to get stuck on the safe sloth. One thing I will point out, pick up Mega Berry. And also, you wander back over here, you see this treasure cave, good God, crate over here. You can't open it yet, of course, because we don't have Rudy and his very big bombs, but just remember that for later, it'll come in handy. Alright, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save here because we're running a bit long and we've done a pretty decent bit of exploring and a pretty good bit of monster fighting. So I will go ahead and leave off here, and next time on Wild Arms, we will go into Vassam's lab and see if he can in fact save Rudy. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.